No.
What about others, guys? Who was that? Was it Mustaqim? You're there, right? Mustaqim, did you log into the user ID and password I shared with you?
Yes, yes.
Do you see Aditya's resource group?
Yeah, I can only see one resource group.
Yeah, that's all we required.
Yep.
I have not given you
So
any access on subscription level, not even reader, because you just have to work on that resource group. Yes, Zareen.
Okay.
actually, I was saying that in VNet pairing,
Hmm.
we did the practical connection between two VNets. Can we do the practical of more than two connections?
Of course you can, but
Means
what are you getting out of it?
just to check the
Yeah, you
connectivity.
can. You can definitely. But see,
Uh,
we have a vast study to complete, a vast portion. अभी इसमें बहुत कुछ बाकी है.
Hmm.
नेटवर्किंग में बहुत टॉपिक्स है. Now we have storage, we have PaaS services, then we have migration. ठीक है. So you have a lot
हाँ.
to cover. Compute हम कर चुके हैं, वो भूलना नहीं है. So what I suggest,
ठीक है.
rest I leave it up to you. It's a good thing. If you want to try variety and variables, it's okay. कल भी किसी और ने मुझको क्वेश्चन पूछा था ऐसे क्यों दिख रहा है. I asked you to guys to leave that because if we keep on doing everything, आप एक ही टॉपिक पे स्टक
Yeah.
रह जाओगे.
Hmm.
एन इंटरव्यू और उस हाफ एन आवर में एक टॉपिक पे नहीं आपका इंटरव्यू लेने वाला है. वो हर टॉपिक में
Correct.
से हर एक सेगमेंट में से कुछ ना कुछ पूछेगा. सो इट्स बेटर कि
हाँ.
एक बार एक टॉपिक समझ में आ गया ना, कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आ गया, तो यू विल बी एबल टू आंसर. नाउ लेट्स से दैट सेकंड जो आपको वीनेट पेयरिंग करना है, उसमें डिफरेंस कुछ भी नहीं है. वही वीनेट पेयरिंग है, उसी तरह से वही क्लिक है, एग्जैक्टली सेम चीजें करनी है. बट स्टिल इफ यू गाइस थिंक यू हैव इनफ टाइम, हु
Hmm.
इज मे बी नॉट वर्किंग, नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग, कंप्लीटली डेडिकेशन से यही कर रहा है, इफ यू गाइस हैव टाइम, फील फ्री टू डू दैट. इट्स अ गुड वे, यू विल लर्न, डेफिनेटली यू लर्न मोर. बट पीपल हु आर
हाँ.
वर्किंग हैव लिमिटेड टाइम, so make sure you spread the time and spend some time on all the topics. Got it? The rest I leave it up to
हाँ.
you. It's a good
Thank you.
practice. Okay, let's get started, guys. Then we'll start with Azure Bastion. Okay. Yesterday, I understood that many of you guys had some questions, but we did not have time, and I just wanted to show it to you in a recording session. Hence, I just finished that, and we did not have enough time to complete a new topic. Okay. But we're gonna do Bastion now from scratch. So first, let me quickly show it to you that how does it look when you say Bastion, how does it look? Uh, just give me a minute. I'll pull it up here on this screen. Okay, so this is a machine I've created. Don't go by the name. You don't have it. It's not necessary to name that machine as Bastion. I've done it just for the understanding. Machine name, it's not required to be Bastion or anything. It is up to you. First thing, I'm gonna show you how it gets connected, and then I'll create it. One more thing, guys. Do not get confused. Today we have two topics or maybe three topics we are going to cover. Two topics are enough, I guess. But the practical which we are going to do today, for that we require a resource called a virtual private network gateway, VPN gateway. And it takes time for deployment, approximately 20 to 25 minutes. So I do not want to sit idle looking at the screen for those 20 minutes. So we'll first learn one topic, deploy it. While it is deploying, we can discuss something else. So don't get confused when we are doing this. And if you get confused, please do ask. Last time, this is what happened last session. After the session, people asked me some questions and that made me realize that thoda sa confusion ho gaya. Maybe it was because of my side. I was too fast that time. We had sufficient time. So let's get started with Azure Bastion. So what is Bastion? I will explain it to you. Before that, let me quickly show it to you how it works. So this is your machine. Normally, if you want to take remote, you'll go to public IP, click on RDP, right? Or type in the IP address, type in your user ID and password, and that's it. Done. But if your requirement is that you are saying, I do not want any public IP on my machine, not on this machine, not on any other machine. Let's say this machine is a part of this virtual network. And this virtual network, let's say, has 5 or 6 subnets. On each subnet, there are 50 or 60 machines. Same example which I was explaining yesterday. And I am saying that I do not want public IP on any of the machine, and still I want you guys to connect to them. what you can say, let me at least have public IP on one machine, that this is the machine I will have a public IP on. I will take remote of this machine. I'll take remote of this machine. And from this machine, I'm going to take remote of other machines. That is one method which is possible. By doing this, what are you doing? You are not assigning IP address on any other machines. I hope this is clear by now, right? That subnets can talk to each other. So all the subnets which are there in that machine, they can talk to each other. I don't have to repeat that, and you guys are not confused that how those machines will talk to each other or how this machine will take remote. Any confusion you have, guys?
No,
No.
Sohail.
No, right? So this is very clear that when I say that on this virtual network on XYZ subnet, if I'm connecting to with one machine, I can connect to all other machines without any public IP. That part is clear to everyone, right? See, because once I'm here, I'm in one of the virtual networks. जिस भी virtual network में जाना था, मैं उसमें already मुझको उसका access मिल गया. And from here, I'll simply go ahead and do RDP. And this time I'm gonna use, it is just another command, nothing else. It's just RDP. कोई नया tool नहीं है. It's RDP. Okay. So this time I'm going to use a private IP. Instead of public IP, I will use a private IP from here. And why will I be able to connect to the private IP? Because if I check the IP address of this machine, it is already there it is a part of that network. So connecting to a machine which is in other subnet, for example, 1.4, it won't be a big task for me because I'm already a part of that. Now it's not being connected. Okay, I already have a machine with that name, I guess. Okay. So see, it is connecting. It's not unreachable. It's an unreachable. Look at this. It's unreachable. It's not reaching. So if you want to connect to other subnets, if you are able to connect to other subnets, you are able to connect to other machines. So this is one way to achieve your target, where you are saying that I do not want public IP on every machine. Is it understood, guys, to all of you? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. This is one way. But what am I saying? My requirement here is I do not want even a single public IP on my machine. You have public IP wherever you want, I don't mind, but I do not want any public IP on my machine. That is what my requirement is. कि मेरे machine पे कोई भी public IP नहीं चाहिए. So that time you can use Azure Bastion. How Azure Bastion works? Azure Bastion creates a portal sort of thing. Portal समझ लो आप उसको कुछ भी बोल लो. Portal जैसे एक चीज बना देता है from where you can connect using the same user ID and password. जो मैंने यहाँ पर user ID and password use किया है. Same user ID or password. Simply which I did like RDP. उसी तरह से you may think यार एक public IP से क्या हो रहा है? It's not about money. Maybe they do not want to expose even one single virtual machine to public IP, because for you, once you are connected to the network, once you are there in that network, all things are accessible, right? The moment you are in this machine, all things are accessible for you. All other machines which are on the other subnets, machines and storage account and etc., everything accessible to you, right? Is it clear, guys, still here? Or do you want me to open
Yes.
Paint and explain it? So
It's clear.
like it is available for you, so same thing applies on the hacker also. Even if it is a single IP, public IP, and company can easily afford it, it is not about money. That is a single point of failure. From that particular from that particular IP, a hacker can get into my network like you can, and the moment he is into one machine, he will be there in all the machines, all storage account, all the SharePoints, etc., everything. That is the reason I'm saying I have 50 virtual machines in these 5 subnets, etc., in this virtual network, but I do not want a public IP on a single one of them. किसी पे भी नहीं चाहिए मुझको. And still I want connectivity. One method is VPN, obviously, which we are gonna do. लेकिन VPN इतना बड़ा सेटअप नहीं है मेरा. He's saying कि VPN वगैरह क्यों चाहिए? I do not want कि एक पूरा का पूरा नेटवर्क, right? एक कंपनी दूसरे कंपनी से काम करे. I am not looking for that. Maybe just one person or anything. In any manner, I do not want to spend VPN, but I still want to connect my machine using without public IP and from public network. So that time you can use Bastion. Now look at this machine. I removed the public IP. Now this machine जिसका भी हमने ये लिया था उसका मैंने public IP निकाल दिया. Don't worry, ये cover होने वाला है. How to remove IP, how to add IP, to an existing machine, how to change IP. This part we are going to cover in under networking. This will come. So that is the reason I did not explain. I just clicked here. Okay? So this will be covered. So now I do not have a public IP on my machine, and I'm still saying that I want to take remote of this machine. Meanwhile, Mustaqim, can you please create a machine in your subscription on Aditya's resource group, in Aditya's resource group?
Okay, I'll do
Just
that.
plain Windows machine, click RDP, everything, etc., and just leave it. That is not for the other practical. This is for this practical. The other practical, I'll again need help.
Okay,
So
I'll
just
do
create
that.
a machine. Meanwhile, guys, I'm explaining it to you. And you focus here also, Mustaqim. I saw that you're doing good. You can focus on two things, hence I asked you for the help. But if you think that because you're creating the machine there, and hence you will miss something, so please escalate it. Please tell me. I will create it on my second screen. But if you can focus on both places at a time, then only volunteer and then only do it. I don't want you to miss
Yeah,
on this and do that. Don't do that.
I can do that. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
So look at this guy. Now I do not have public IP. I want to connect to this machine. So that time I can click on connect. Can click here on connect. I can use RDP and connect to the machine using private IP. But for that I need VPN. Again, which not fit in my criteria. I'm not using VPN. Okay. Another thing was I could have connected using RDP using public address, but I do not want public address. So this option is gone. What else do I have here? I have Bastion. So I can click on Bastion. Either I can go from here also, or I can go. It's the same thing. If I go from here, it will take me to the login page. मैं वहां पे भी click करता हूं, तो it will take me here on this login page, and it will appear now. And here I'm gonna put the user ID and password. Same user ID and password, the one which you created at the time of machine creation. जिससे अभी मैं आप लोगों को login करके बताया था मैंने. We are doing the same one. I don't want to show it, but it's the same one. You can, whenever you practice, you can do it. And Bastion is costliest resource, guys. Practice, delete. Practice, delete. Do not even wait for me to check it. Practice. If you're able to connect, just delete it. And make sure you delete it. Don't just leave it. ये पूरा balance जो है ना आप लोगों का maximum one day. एक दिन में खत्म हो जाएगा, and other people will not be able to practice. So please be very vigilant about it. I just have to click on connect, and that's all. I should have access to my virtual machine. बस इतना ही है Bastion. How to deploy वो हम करते हैं अभी. Okay, it's the same machine. Now I can log into this machine. Again, take RDP and connect to other machines, do whatever work I wanted to do. Take RDP, type the private IP of other machines which are there in other subnet, and start working on them. So what have I eliminated here? Public IP utilization at all. I do not want public IP at all. Hence, you can use this. That time you can use it. When can you guys use it as of now? When you guys are complaining कि यार 4 public IPS quota है and I'm not able to do the practical. Now let's start utilizing Azure services even for your practice, for your practical. That is how you're gonna learn. But remember, it's a costly resource. इसको 5-6 घंटे इस पे practice मत करते बैठना. Got it, guys? Why do you require Bastion? How do you use it? Deployment मैं फिर एक और बार बता रहा हूँ. But I'm just gonna show the deployment, nothing else. Utilization मैंने इसका already बता दिया आप लोगों को, approach explain कर दिया. So do you guys have any questions? Let me know.
Soil, I just wanted to confirm, is there any requirement for a specific region?
As in, could you elaborate the question?
Okay,
the one which
you
you're
said to
creating.
create, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
anywhere is fine. Anywhere, just a
Okay,
machine.
okay.
On that machine, I'm gonna show you guys how to deploy Bastion. बस उतना ही करने वाला हूँ उस
Okay.
machine पे मैं. Because on
Alright.
this machine, I have already deployed the Bastion. By the way, Bastion gets deployed on VNet level, not at the machine level. It is just in talking term I'm saying कि मैंने इस machine पे कर दिया है. It is at the VNet level, virtual network level. Yes,
Sure.
guys. Any doubt? Any questions?
सोहेल अभी ये जो आपने बैशन बताया
हम्म.
तो इस सिचुएशन में क्या जितनी भी वर्चुअल मशीन बनती है वो सारी बैशन पे जाके कनेक्ट होती है?
Yes, they can. If you want, you can connect them using Bastion.
अच्छा, okay.
But there's a limit. We saw while creating, and now we will create. I'll show it to you. There's a limit. Maximum 5 you can do. बहुत ज़्यादा paid वाला version लेते हो, maybe 50. But there's a limit. because and you do not want all of your machines to connect via Bastion, right? In your team also you will make sure कि सारे जो है Bastion पे connect नहीं होना चाहिए. Hence you will have a jump server, एक दो चार सर्वर डेडिकेटेड आप बना के रखते हो कि Bastion से बस इन्हीं को कनेक्ट करना और उसके अलावा किसी और को
करेक्ट।
Bastion पे मत कनेक्ट करना. That setting can be
सही बोल
achieved
रहे हैं।
again from OS level and कंपनी में वो होता है, but we don't have to learn that, we are learning Bastion here. तो वो OS level की सेटिंग हमको ये नहीं करनी है. You definitely can
करेक्ट।
achieve कि यहाँ पर Bastion से आके मेरे हर VM को जो है हर कोई सेटअप ना कर ले और कनेक्ट ना कर ले. I want these 3 specific virtual machine which can be accessed via Bastion और उन पे जाके आप RDP लेना शुरू करो. That is the proper manner how you will see it in your company. But technically it can be done. You will have to stop that. How to do that at OS level, etc. We are not doing that. Yes, someone else was asking something.
Sir.
Hello.
Yes, tell me Satish, I can hear you.
सर ये मेरे को पूछना था कि ये बैशन आप जब डिप्लॉय कर रहे हो तो ये देना जरूरी होता है कि बैशन का भी यूजर को एक्सेस देना है, क्योंकि सर बार बार पोर्टल में आएगा फिर नहीं तो.
Definitely Bastion cannot be used without portal. You see Satish, I have been observing yesterday. Yes, definitely you had good questions, but your understanding going towards the process, don't confuse yourself there कि हम ये क्यों दे रहे हैं या हम वो क्यों दे रहे हैं. ठीक है, it's a good learning for you, it will be good learning, but as of now not at all relevant है आपके लिए. क्यों देना है, why do we care? हमारे पास सर्विस रिक्वेस्ट आया है कि बैशन बनाना है. योर कैपेसिटी और योर it will be evaluated. आप लोगों का KRA होगा, can you create a bastion or not? Do you understand Bastion or not? इसके पीछे बिजनेस रीजन क्या था कि क्यों देना है? Why did I allow someone to come to my portal? ये सब क्यों किया? You don't have to worry about it. As far as genuine सर्विस रिक्वेस्ट आया है एक प्रॉपर, किसी ने आपको बस टीम्स पे पिंग करके नहीं बोल दिया कि यार Bastion क्रिएट कर दो. You're not doing that. एक प्रॉपर सर्विस रिक्वेस्ट इन स्नो, सर्विस नाउ और जीरा टिकट और मे बी अ प्रॉपर ईमेल जहां पे मैनेजर वगैरह को सबको सीसी में रखा है या कोई फॉर्म वगैरह फिल और व्हाटएवर जो भी तरीका होगा, whatever process you follow in your company, उसके थ्रू अगर आपके पास एक रिक्वेस्ट आ गई है ना, you will never question back कि यार why are you giving Bastion के बाद तो मुझको उसको पोर्टल का एक्सेस देना पड़ेगा. They must have done their study. जो भी उनका ये था कि why they did not want to give RDP, VPN setup क्यों नहीं करना था, why they want all of them to come to portal and then use Bastion, leave it up to them. We don't have to worry about it at all. Got it guys? Because बिल्कुल भी कभी इंटरव्यू में आपसे रैशनल इसके पीछे का नहीं पूछा जाने वाला है. What you will be questioned is how do you create Bastion? How do you connect to Bastion? Do I require a public IP for Bastion? बहुत ही ज्यादा frequently पूछा जाने वाला क्वेश्चन है कि Bastion के लिए मशीन पर पब्लिक IP होना जरूरी है क्या? What is the answer guys?
No, it
No.
is not required.
Definitely yes. We just
Not
removed the
required.
public IP and then we deployed the Bastion. But Bastion is utilizing one public IP. Don't forget that. आप लोगों को दिख नहीं रहा यहाँ पर नहीं, but Bastion is utilizing one of your public IPs. ठीक है, it is definitely
Means
utilizing.
Bastion has both public and private IPs.
No, Bastion में आपको कहीं पर भी
Only
प्राइवेट वगैरह की जरूरत नहीं
only
है. हर
public
पब्लिक
IP.
आईपी भी you do not do. I'll show it to you. Let that machine get created and I'll show it to you.
Okay.
प्राइवेट तो डेफिनेटली होगा ही उस मशीन पे जो Bastion में बनी, Bastion के थ्रू जिसको आप कनेक्ट कर रहे हो उसमें प्राइवेट होगा ही. Bastion को प्राइवेट आईपी वगैरह की जरूरत नहीं होगी. Bastion वर्चुअल मशीन जैसा रिसोर्स नहीं है. Okay, any other questions guys?
हेलो.
Yes.
ये यूजर नेम और पासवर्ड जो देना है वो न्यू वर्चुअल मशीन का देना है या जिसको हमका आरडीपी लेने का?
नहीं, दिस इज योर जंप सर्वर जो आपने एक ऐसे जंप सर्वर बनाया है ना कि यार इस मशीन से मैं बाकी सब मशीन को ये करने वाला हूँ, ये उस मशीन का है. बाकी तो उस मशीन में जाने के बाद आप जिसका भी आरडीपी लेना चाहते हो उसका यूजर नेम और पासवर्ड फिर अलग से आएगा. लेट्स से इस मशीन पे मैं आ गया तो वो यूजर नेम और पासवर्ड इस मशीन का था. अब इस मशीन से जिस भी मशीन का मुझको रिमोट लेना है, आई पुट दैट मशीन्स आईपी हियर और उसके बाद फिर से यूजर आईडी और पासवर्ड का पॉपअप आ जाएगा. इन दिस केस इट विल नॉट कम बिकॉज ऐसा कोई मशीन है नहीं फिलहाल हमारे पास. इस आईपी पे कोई मशीन है नहीं. अदरवाइज यहाँ पर यूजर आईडी और पॉपअप आ जाएगा. आप उस मशीन का यूजर आईडी एंड पासवर्ड इनपुट करोगे.
Got it.
So let me show it to you guys. How do we create it? I'm gonna delete this if you guys do not have any other questions.
सोहेल,
Yes.
क्या हम लोग जैसे कि आपने बताया मतलब 2 रीजन के लिए हम लोग 2 बैशन बना सकते हैं क्या?
Where does it get applied?
2
I
जंप
just told
बॉक्स.
you. Got it. My question is where the Bastion gets applied, guys? On which
On VNet
region?
level.
VNet.
VNet, right?
Now, did you get the answer? I mean, did you get the logic?
ओके.
When you can apply it on only on VNet level, VNet एक ही रीजन में हो सकता है. आप इस VNet को दूसरे रीजन में यूज ही नहीं कर सकते हो. So Bastion जो है आपका VNet लेवल पे बनेगा, उस VNet में जितना कुछ होगा, you will be able to do this. You will be able to utilize them or remote them.
अभी जैसे कि आपने बताया कि एक बैशन जो होता है वो 50 सर्वर को कवर करता है, राइट? ओके. तो अगर एक मतलब अगर मेरे पास फॉर एग्जांपल नॉर्थ यूरोप का रीजन है मेरे पास, जहां पे मेरे पास 100 सर्वर्स है, ठीक है? तो एक बैशन मैंने बनाया 50 सर्वर के लिए, तो दूसरा बैशन में बनाऊंगी नॉर्थ यूरोप के लिए, सेम के लिए सेकंड बैशन बनाऊंगी मैं, मतलब जंप बॉक्स बनाऊंगी मैं. तो ये दोनों का अगर नॉर्थ यूरोप है तो नॉर्थ यूरोप के 2 जंप बॉक्स रहेंगे.
If you have 50 servers, you hardly require one jump box. जहां 5000 सर्वर्स हो गया ना, वहां पर you will require approximately 50 jump box.
अच्छा, ओके.
Got it, guys? You are not taking individual access. एक सर्वर को आप बैशन से नहीं कनेक्ट करोगे. आप एक जंप बॉक्स बना लोगे, उसके थ्रू आप जो है आपके सर्वर्स को ये करते रहोगे.
हाँ, करेक्ट, सही बोला आपने.
Okay, so let me delete this and let me see if the new server is ready so I can show it to you. Yes, guys, do you have any questions?
एक सबनेट में 254 आईपी एड्रेस है क्या, मतलब मशीन्स रहेंगे?
That depends ना, सबनेट कितना बड़ा बना रहे हो आप. How did you come to this number? ये नंबर कहाँ कैसे माइंड में आया? 256 क्यों माइंड में आया आपके?
Normally we are creating 256, that's right.
Okay, maximum you are saying.
Yes.
हाँ, maximum उतना ही होगे. Let me show it to you. वैसे उसको आप ये कर सकते हो. Let me show it to you. For first, let me create the Bastion वाला शुरू करते हैं, and then I'll show it to you. Though उसको हमने काफी. Did you not attend that lecture? Who was that? Who asked the question? Was it Ryan or Elias?
Ryan.
So did you not attend the lecture जहाँ पे हमने VNet और subnetting का पूरा किया है?
Yes, I attended.
Okay, ठीक है. First, let me go ahead and start creating this Bastion thing, and उसके बाद I'll show it to you because we have some time, 10 minutes pending है. Bastion creation पे लगा देता हूँ मैं, then I will cover that one. Did you create it, Mustaqim? Is it ready? The machine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So कल मैं VNet pairing वगैरह उसकी बात आपको मैंने Bastion बताया. So I had a few questions from people. That how is it connected with VNet pairing? So it is not at all connected, guys. That was different topic. Bastion is different topic. Bastion, it has something to do with your remote desktop. कि remote कैसे लेना है machine का, उसको connect कैसे करना है. It was just mixed. Maybe you guys got confused. Otherwise, it has nothing to do. VNet pairing और इसको आप बिल्कुल compare मत करो. Okay, now this is the machine Mustaqim has created. Let me see if it already has a public IP, which is not required, but even if it is there, now I'm not removing it. Let it be. Okay, this wasn't required for us. I didn't tell him, so I'm not pointing out at him. But we do not require it when we do Bastion. How to deploy a Bastion? Okay, now if I go ahead and connect, click on connect, I'll get the same options. Private IP से RDP, public IP से RDP, and I do not see Bastion. If you remember last वाले में मुझको Bastion दिख रहा था यहाँ पर. Why? Because Bastion was configured already. So now if I want to configure, तो maybe यहाँ पे मिल जाएगा मुझको, या फिर left में भी दिखता है. Okay, so I can either go to Bastion and it will ask me to create one, or I can click here and it will ask me to create one. Same thing. आप यहाँ से click कर लो, वहां से कर लो. Deploy Bastion. Look at this. Now, what is it doing? Adding a subnet with what name? What name will I use? Or will it?
Azure Bastion subnet.
Yes. कल मैंने क्या किया था? Bastion subnet पहले आपको बनाकर बताया and then I deployed. Maybe that is the reason you guys got confused. Now, if I click on this, ये खुद से ही अपने लिए एक subnet बना लेगा. उसका नाम दे देगा Azure Bastion subnet. And then सब कुछ खुद से ही कर लेगा वो. You will simply have just user ID and password in front of you. Meanwhile, let me ask you a question. That if I have one VNet 1, इसमें मेरा है subnet, इसका मेरा address space है 10.0.0.0 and let's say 25. How many IPs I get? I am not sure. Let's say 1024. Just a vague number, okay? I think the number is different. There's a formula to calculate this. We don't have to get into that. And now I'm using subnet 1. In this one, I'm using subnet 1. Subnet 1 का range मैंने ये use कर लिया. Okay, and then here I have my VMs, multiple VMs. Now the requirement security team has noticed we are using public IP. Security team has said no public IP should be there. Immediately remove all the public IPs from all your machine and do whatever you want, however you want to access, do that. But it is against security compliance. We will not allow you to use public IPs. So the option with you is Bastion. Now my question is, looking at this setup, can I deploy the Bastion? Can I simply come on this screen and deploy the Bastion? And will it happen properly, or it will not? If you did not understand the question, let me know. I will explain it again.
Actually,
Did not
I think
understand.
Sohail, you cannot use it because you already occupied all the IPs.
Okay,
and
wait.
created a
Yeah,
subnet.
wait, Musti. Yeah, what about others? You're on
Yes,
right
Sohail,
track, so I
all
want to hear. Okay,
all the
leave it,
IPs are
Joseph.
used.
Joseph, leave it. Next.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yes, agree.
So where have
Extremely.
I used IPs? Mudassar or who else was answering? Zareen. Yes, where am I using the IPs? Okay,
All the
fine. Then
subnets
what?
in-
Chalo, मैंने use कर लिया IP. Then what? Why do I need IPs for?
To connect it to the virtual machines.
All my virtual machines are here, right? My virtual machine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 50, 100. All machines are already there in subnet 1. Why do you require another set of IP? क्यों चाहिए free IP आपको?
To create Bastion subnet.
Perfect. Yes, guys. To create any subnet, you require a range of IP. Without range of IP, subnet बन सकता है क्या? चाहे वो Bastion subnet हो या वो gateway subnet हो जो हम देखने वाले आगे, या आपका basic subnet हो. Can we create a subnet without any range of IP?
No,
No.
we cannot.
No.
Cannot. तो आपने यहाँ पर पूरा अगर यूटिलाइज कर लिया, then you do not have anything pending. यहाँ पर इसने जो you go manually and try to create Azure Bastion subnet, आपके पास range नहीं है, आप यहाँ से deploy कर लो, थोड़ी देर में वो error दे देगा, there is no range, so it is not possible. But अगर इसके अलावा ये ऐसे कुछ होता, maybe 26 या 27, तो इसमें कुछ IP का scope बचा होता, and then वो whenever the moment you click here, वो एक बनाता नया Azure Bastion subnet
Bastion,
और उस पे जो भी रेंज रिमेनिंग रेंज जो है ना, डोंट कोट द नंबर्स नाउ, मे बी दीज आर नॉट एग्जैक्टली करेक्ट, बट इस तरह से वो बनाता है, एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज बीइंग डन हियर ऑन द स्क्रीन. और इसके बाद क्या होता है, यू हैव सीन Bastion पे क्लिक करने का यूजर आईडी एंड पासवर्ड मिलेगा एंड यू विल बी एबल टू कनेक्ट. Do I have to create a machine on Azure Bastion subnet, by the way? Do I have to create a machine?
No. No.
And
No.
why not? Why will I directly speak from here to this subnet one? Do I have to do anything extra? Do I have to do anything pairing or something so this subnet and other subnets should talk to each other? Because मेरा Bastion तो यहाँ पर है, machines मेरी यहाँ पर है, subnet 1 में है. Do I have to do anything extra, guys? Why not?
Because subnet can talk to each other.
Yes, the default nature of the subnet that they can talk to each other. So even if my Bastion is here, the Bastion can talk to other virtual machines which are in different subnets. Got it?
Yes.
Yes, guys, I hope this is clear to everyone. We already checked that how the Bastion works. How do you connect to Bastion? उसके बाद RDP किस तरह से आप ले सकते हो? Here we learned how to create a Bastion. कल शायद इसलिए थोड़ा सा difficult हुआ होगा. What did I do? कि मैंने Bastion अलग से बनाया, Azure Bastion subnet अलग से बनाया, and then उसको मैंने combination में आप लोगों को बताया. But even if you know this process, this is also fine. And I have been telling you again and again, no one is sharing a portal with you and asking you to deploy something. You should know the concept. That's all. Okay, only 1 minute is pending, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna finish this session on Bastion. Next one, we are going to discuss VPN and express route. Very important topic. Meanwhile, Mustaqim, please make sure you create a machine. I'm gonna delete this one. Okay, create another one. Create another one. And there also leave a scope of one subnet. या फिर जो आप डायरेक्ट बनाते हो ना वैसे ही कर लो, वो उसमें रह जाता है डायरेक्टली, स्कोप रह ही जाता है. Do not change anything, just create a simple machine like you did now. Create that one. बाकी आगे क्या करना, I'll share it to you. Yes,
Okay,
guys, do you
so
have any questions?
do you want me to delete this or
I'll do that.
just create a new one?
I'll do that.
Okay. Yep.
वैसे भी ये deploy हो रहा है, so it will take some time. Or let it be, Mustaqim. Let's not start now. Let it get created. I will delete. Let it get created. Delete everything from the resource group and do it, or I will create a new resource group for you, because ये Bastion जो है ना delete होने में भी काफी time लगाता है. Bastion takes time in deployment and Bastion takes time in deletion. It will take time in both of the cases. Yeah, guys, only 30 seconds are left. I'll take a break of 5 minutes. See you at 14:45. You can use the same link.